Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Monchkinz Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Monchkinz logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And I want to welcome you guys for another story time. And that's still work in progress. I still don't know what I'm gonna do there. But welcome to this video for Paine solo EX fight. Well, it's a question mark, isn't it? And unless you skip right at the end of this video, then you know, you already know the answer. But I want to take you guys through my journey in attempting to solo her EX fight. Now, this isn't exactly her a character event. This is more a story event, but nonetheless, she is the featured character in the banner. So I went ahead and just said, well, I think Paine should be the character I should be going for the solo run. And I know this video is very late. Forgive me, it has been quite a busy week with work, and obviously if I'm working, I really don't have the time to actually edit stuff. So I apologize for that. But I want to get right into this video, and I want to let you guys know, because we have a few videos to go through, so and let you guys know what my problem was. So let's go ahead and do that. Now for the first wave, it's just the two dark skeletons, which shouldn't be an issue, and you might see me using my more of my abilities at the start of these videos, because obviously this is my first try. This was my initial try for this fight, and obviously I guess my strategy will evolve, and you will notice certain differences when it comes to how I approach the fight. Now, I will tell you guys right now, in this second wave, it's actually better to target the little dinosaur mob rather than the bombs, because it will always do a all attack, which will do an HP attack. So it's a Brave plus HP attack, so it's best to actually kill it first before anything else. I think that was one of the first improvements that I've done. The first wave, more so, I just ended up using one ability there instead of two. But here comes the biggest problem. Well, one of my biggest problems was the third wave. This flan medley is really annoying. Paine really doesn't have a lot of longevity. I mean, she does it to a certain extent. What I mean is, you need to waste a lot of your abilities to make sure that status break is there and your dress sphere buff is always up, and therefore you can use her EX, which you will have, you know, an extra frame buff, which I kind of forgot the name of it, but wing gulls, something like that. Anyway, so you end up being forced to use your abilities whether you like it or not. And the problem is, with the flan medley, it will keep summoning those little flan medleys, which you need to get rid of. Now honestly, you can just use a brave attack to get rid of them. Excuse me. But of course, that means you're wasting a lot of turns, which I could have probably done, but I wanted to just get rid of them as fast as possible, and therefore I ended up using Black Sky. And you will see me try to actually, you know, just brave attack from time to time as well. Try to kind of, you know, keep at least maybe 4 or 3 of my abilities left, but the flan medley actually has a ton of HP, and every time, you know, it summons and you need to apply your debuff again, and it's just a terrible fight, to be honest. And I want to preface what I'm saying by I've tried as much as possible not to use any of my abilities as well, but it just didn't cut it. I really need to reapply, like, you know, my buffs, the debuffs, and because if you lose that, you end up having to re-up all those buffs again, and I don't know how many times. I'll tell you guys how many times I've lost a buff because I didn't pay attention enough, and I ended up losing it, and therefore, you know, having to restart the entire fight all over again. But it's not like you can't get past the Flan Medley. It's definitely possible to do so without actually, you know, I guess using all of your abilities. So what we're gonna do here right now is we're just gonna go straight ahead to the boss, because it is quite possible, and I have defeated it. I may have been low in HP, but I still managed to get to the last boss, and I don't really want this to be a very, very long video, so we're gonna go cut and see what I've done at the end of this fight. Okay, so as you guys can see, I actually did pretty well for my first run. I managed to get one of the boss's HP halfway through, and one I damaged a little bit as well, thanks to Paine's EX weapon. But it's nonetheless a failed run. Now, I'm not gonna show you my second, third, fourth, fifth run. This is basically my sixth run, I believe, which I think was the closest thing I can possibly do with Paine as solo. So unfortunately, Paine would just run out of steam, and having two bosses in an EX fight isn't actually in our favor here. So no matter how much I tried, this was possibly the best run I managed to do. Now, I'm not gonna bother you guys with my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth tries. I think this is my sixth try, actually, sorry. So I'm not gonna bother with the second, third, fourth, fifth, because they were all complete failure, and it was just me testing a lot of different strategies, seeing how much I can sort of push Paine to her limit. Now, on my sixth try, I think this is my sixth try, but whatever, I've tried so many times, but this is the best one that came out, you know, with a full health Paine, with, unfortunately, I think I ended up having only 3 break attacks and 1 black sky ability left at the boss. So I wasn't exactly thrilled with my position, seeing that, you know, there's 2 bosses to begin with, and they do have a decent chunk of HP each as well, even though this is an EX fight. But at least I managed to get 1 to the red bar and 1 damage, maybe I'd say a little bit less than a quarter of its health. Now, could I have gotten a better run? Possibly. And you know, if RNG kinda helped me out a little bit, would it have been a better run? For sure. But honestly, the biggest problem here is Paine running out of abilities, and the biggest culprit for it is the Flan Medley. Not to mention that there's this little bug where it doesn't show where the 2 small medley is in the turn order. You have to press and hold like your brave attack or HP, any abilities or whatever, before it actually showed up, and I didn't notice that until, you know, later down the track. So I ended up just kept using like abilities to get rid of them, so because I didn't know when they were gonna attack. So that was a little bug that I encountered here. But overall, if there wasn't like a mini boss in between this, I think it was kind of possible to actually clear this fight if I didn't have to use so much abilities on the Flan medleys. Now, could I have used a brave attack more often? Sure, but I think really down the track you will run out of abilities, even if you just kept using like brave attacks and HP attacks, you will be forced to use your abilities. Paine relies so much on her dress sphere buff and that wing gull whatever frame buff as well, plus her frame debuff as well called status break. So you really need to keep using your abilities eventually. So you can brave attack and HP attack all you want, but when that buff reduces down to 1 turn left, you will need to reapply it, because if you don't, it will be a ruined run. Now, I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like for someone out there to actually show me, you know, a level 70 Paine with her EX and plus everything else, you know, clear this EX run solo. If you can, I mean, leave down in the comments below. I'd like to see what you did, and I'd like to put it in practice as well. Now, I didn't exactly have the best artifact passives on my Paine either, so could that have made a difference? Maybe so. But eventually, yeah, this is the closest thing I got as a solo. Now, I did use my friend Quistis in this one because I decided to actually take, starting from this video onwards, I decided to take like a friend unit from now on, and if I can decide for myself whether to use them or not on the solo run, in order to save time, because I don't really want to keep rerunning the entire fight. If for whatever reason I feel like I can clear it without using my friend support, then I won't use it. But if I feel like, okay, there's really not much I can do here, I need to use a friend support, and I will end up using it just to save time. So I will still try my best not to use a friend support in all these videos, in these story times. But if I feel like there's not much left, then I will go ahead and use them. And so with my failed attempt to solo with Paine, even with a support, the closest I get, like I said, as you guys have seen, was a red bar on one boss and a little bit of damage on the other. So I decided to do a duo run, which I would say was a little bit nicer. I decided to bring Waka. I decided to bring Tubby because honestly, it would have been easier if I brought Furion, but I decided to bring Waka for a little bit of a challenge on my side. There's still a little bit of RNG stuff involving Waka. The first one is obviously the blind debuff. It will work, and sometimes it will not work. The next one is his great daring. Sometimes you won't get all 4 buffs, so you're stuck with 3, and that's not really a good sign. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys my first attempt on a duo run. I ended up having to use Quistis because I wasn't very careful, and Paine ended up dying, and it snowballed from there. But the ones that I'm showing you right now, I did not use Quistis. I just went with whatever I had for Waka and of course Paine. Now again, didn't have the greatest passives at this time, at least at the time of recording, for my Paine, and well, my Waka doesn't really have very good passives to begin with, but you know, what can you do? But at least I can tell you guys that I have managed to do this in a duo run. Is a single solo run still possible? I want to say yes. I want to actually say yes, but it would take so much time. Probably. I actually don't know what to say. I really wanted Paine to succeed. I've tried so many times. That's why this video is a little bit late as well, because I can only try a few times. I'm still rating Final Fantasy 14. I don't know when we're gonna finish that. I honestly don't know, but in any case, I just wanted to show you guys again that, you know, I tried my best to do solos, but if not, a duo run is definitely possible with the EX fight. Even if you just bring Waka, or I don't know who you really want to bring, someone else. There's a lot better characters than Waka, I'm sure. So anyway guys, I think I'll end the video right here. Please remember to click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave down in the comments below what you think. Did you try a solo Paine run? And tell me your experience. And if you can prove me wrong, I'd really like to be proven wrong that Paine can actually solo this event. Please leave it down in the comments below. Link me to a video, you know, that will show me how to do it, because I think it's theoretically possible. It would just take so much time. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, a lot of problems involve reapplying your buffs, reapplying debuffs. So, and that forces you to use Paine's abilities as well. Whether you like it or not, you have to. Anyway, make sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter at Monchkinz Gaming. This is Monchkinz logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.